Hello, YouTube. Basically, I've been having problems with my freezer, and I had to replace the motor. Here's how I came to that conclusion. Here's my old motor, and for one reason or another, it kind of burnt out. I don't know why, but it's a pretty new fridge. Anyway, instead of paying somebody to do this job myself, I decided to go ahead and tackle it on my own. And what I basically did is I removed this back panel here from inside the fridge. But here's the troubleshooting I came up with. First, I pulled the fridge out. You can see my lovely black fridge. I pulled this thing out and I noticed there was a bunch of dirt behind it. So I went ahead and I cleaned the vents and I cleaned out the coils and stuff in the back. I thought that was a problem. And of course it wasn't. So the next thing I did is I came in here and I found the timer, the thermostat timer. And from what I learned, you can crank it until you hear it click. And that you should hear the fan up there kick in. It didn't. So I moved on to the next thing. I moved over to my thermostat. And I turned this all the way off. Okay. Which reminds me, I need to put the thing back on there. But anyway, turn this all the way off. And then I turned it back on and cranked it up. The fan still wasn't kicking in. So I decided to go ahead and take my troubleshooting to up here. Now, this panel that we're actually looking at the back of the fridge, but there's a panel that's held in by 4 screws. One here, one here, one there, and one there. Depending on your model, it should have 4 or something like that. But I did have an ice maker in. I went ahead and removed that also. Anyway, this was frosting over big time because there was really no circulation. So what I did is I checked the voltage, make sure I was getting the voltage to the fan. And how you do that is you see these 2 wires here? This blue one and this orange one, you just trace it on down to this plug, which it turned out that it was our caddy corner. So you're looking at this one and this one. That one there. So I checked the ohms on here to make sure that my fan was good, and it wasn't. The fan was bad. Just to double check and make sure the fan was bad, I went up here, I switched it over to voltage to make sure you're getting 120 volts out of this outlet here. And the ones you want to check is this one. Let's see, zoom in and get that. This corner here and that corner here. You should be getting 120 volts. If you're not getting 120 volts, then you're not getting power to your fan. So, I was getting 120 volts. Fan still wasn't working, so my fan was bad. So from that point, I went ahead and decided to go ahead and buy a replacement fan, which I already have installed. It only takes 2 screws to get it out, which is here and that one there. And then this little bracket right here kind of drops out and drops down that way. And you just pull this fan off. And then this whole piece comes out. So anyway, I got that replaced. We're going to go ahead and hook it up. And cross our fingers. I hope that's it, because I really don't want to spend any more money on this. And even worse, hire somebody to come out and do something I know I can do myself. So here's your plug. Plug it back in. Okay, we'll leave that right there. And we'll just make sure the fan works. And of course, as usual, when you're working on any kind of electronics, unplug it. You don't want to shock yourself. Okay. So you can hear the compressor kicking on, so we're good there. And look at there. We now have ourselves a working fridge. So, that's pretty much it. Like it, like my video. If not, I don't care. Just wanted to help some guys out. Because I know, getting stuff replaced and getting it fixed can be expensive. And don't forget to put this back on as well. So, we'll unplug it for now. Hopefully this video helps you out. If you still have any questions, of course, there are tons of videos of qualified technicians. I am not an appliance guy. I just love tools and have a bunch of them. And I like tinkering with things. So hopefully this is what your problem is. If not, I would continue to keep digging. Hopefully my ideas and things that I've told you about will give you, kind of point you in the right direction. So, anywho, I'm going to go ahead and hang this up and put my fridge back together so I can get on out of here and go to work. But thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. Peace.